Welcome to Open Circle Yoga Online. My name is Elena and today we are working on our core. This practice is perfect for those who are just starting to activate the muscles and building the strength in their core. So something I'd like to say before we begin is if you feel a lower back pain, please don't tolerate, stop and realign yourself and start over again. Let's get started. Roll your mats and we're gonna start on our back. Start lower all the way. Extend the legs straight and we'll start in Shavasana, where we can connect with our body, our breath. Adjust your shoulder blades and your lower back muscles. Let the feet relax. Just notice how the belly rising when you inhale and falling when you exhale. Just a few more breaths here. Now, what we're going to do next, we'll bend the knees and place the feet on the floor. Place both hands on the belly. And we'll start with breathing, where you inhale and feel how your ribcage expands, your belly, back of the body, back of the ribcage. And on the exhale, belly goes closer to the spine. So we start activating the muscles. Inhale, deep breath into the ribcage, into the belly. Long exhale. Empty the lungs completely. And a few more of these. Inhale. Long exhale. Last one. And exhale. Very nice. So bring your hands by the sides, like 45 degrees out, palms facing down, and bring your knees over the hips. So shin bones are parallel to the floor. And we'll start moving. So keep your knees together. We'll start moving right and left, activating the sides, side muscles, the obliques. Keep your both shoulder blades down on the floor. With breath, inhale center, exhale lower. Every time try to go lower. And remember to smile so muscles of your face are staying relaxed. Back to the middle. Very nice. Now from here, we'll extend the legs straight. And so you're in 90 degrees now. What we're gonna do, we'll lower your feet to, let's say, 60 degrees, somewhere there. And then drop to the right, So drop to the right, not all the way, halfway, somewhere where your shoulder blades staying down. And just isolate your muscles, breathing. Last two breaths here. Maybe the legs are shaking, core trembling. And back to the middle, back to 90. You can relax here a few breaths. And let's do the same. So drop to 60 and to the left, halfway, somewhere where your shoulder blades staying down. Continue breathing, another two breaths. Back to the middle, bend your knees and relax your feet down. Take a moment here. Very good. Now arms by the sides, palms facing down. We go back to 90-degree angle, yeah? So knees over the hips, shin bones parallel the floor. And we're not changing the angle of your leg here, so it stays all the time 90. Lower back stays on the floor, palms facing down. I'm gonna start lowering. It doesn't have to touch the floor, yeah? The foot might not touch, and bring it back in. So we're using internal muscles of your core, your pelvic floor to make this move. Yeah, and continue moving side to side, right and left. Keep the lower back on the floor. Yeah. Make sure you're not extending the leg here. Keep that 90-degree angle. And what makes it a bit harder and more effective, maybe I'd say, flexing your feet. So you're reaching your heel down. Yeah. Keep lower back on the floor. A few of these with breath. On each side. One more. And rest, relax completely. All right, next one. Arms by the sides, palms facing down, shoulder blades tucked under. So we come into a bridge pose. Position of your feet for everybody will be different. So you decide how far. Usually the measurement is where you can touch your fingers, but what we are looking for is a good position where you feel your glutes. Yeah, so maybe it's further away. Hip width apart and engage your inner thighs. Yeah, so find your bridge where you feel your glutes, you feel your inner thighs, and you feel stable here, most importantly. And now what we're gonna do next, we'll start lifting one foot at a time. Yeah, we don't extend the leg, we're just lifting a foot, trying to keep the pelvis in one position so you don't sway side to side. Core is tight. And if you start feeling it in your lower back, remember, yeah, go down, realign, and then come back again. Feel your glutes, feel your core working. Still hear my voice is shaking. It's a lot of work. It might seem very easy, yet not so much. Just side to side without moving your pelvis. Yeah, don't lower. Keep it in one position. Very nice. And last one on each side. And we lower the hips down and take a couple of breaths here. Very nice. Next one, we'll bring the feet together, knees apart. Interlace the fingers at the back of the skull. Keep your chest lifted. And we're gonna start doing crunches. Inhale, lift your chest. And the tendency here is to pull the neck. So let's not pull that neck. Let's have it supported and then lower down. So chest goes up. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You start feeling your upper muscles working here. We're here for another 3, 2, and 1. Relax your head down. Bring your knees together, close like a book, and bring the knees towards the belly. Massage your back, releasing tension from the spine if there's any. Lower your feet down on the floor and come into a bridge pose. We'll stretch the front of the body after all the work we've done. Next exhale, lower the hips down. Bring the knees in. Nose to knees, a few breaths here. Relax your head down and rock and roll up and down. Let's do 3. And come up into a seated cross-legged and then transition into a tabletop. Here we're at tabletop, wrists below the shoulders, knees below your hips. We'll start with cats and cows. Drop the belly, curl the tailbone, open your chest. And exhale, round the spine like you're pushing away from the floor. Let's do a few of these. Massaging the spine. And come back to the tabletop position. Now from here, tuck your toes under if they're not tucked yet. And we're gonna start exhaling, pull the lower belly in and start lifting your knees off the floor. We'll go just for 5 centimeters, because if you go very high, nothing will happen actually here. So we find that engagement of the thighs, inner thighs and core. Exhale and lift, just 5 centimeters, not more than that. And then slowly lower down. Yeah, so this is how we start. Find the core. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Exhale, inhale. And just 2 more. Inhale. And the last one, we'll hold a bit longer to challenge yourself. For another 3, 2, and 1, lower down. You can close your eyes and just relax your whole body. Become aware of the sensations, the breath. Very nice. Now let's move hands forward. We're setting up for a downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Press the knuckles down. Lift your hips up and back. The heels can be off the floor, knees can be bent here. Just a few breaths in downward facing dog. Shift your left foot to the middle and lift your right leg up. Right knee, right tricep. Exhale as close as you can and then bring it up again. Again, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, we'll do this last one. Exhale, knee to tricep, bring it up and step in between palms, step through. Drop the knee down and find your low lunge. A few breaths here. You feel how the left side is stretching and the right side is compressed. Very good. Back to downward facing dog. Step back. Nice. And then inhale, chest forward. We shift into a plank. And then options here is to drop onto your elbow. Drop the heels to the right, or you can do it on the wrists here. Yeah. So your choice, how you like it to be. Let me face you this way. So I will do the one with the elbow. Elbow right below the shoulder. So sorry guys, okay, it's from the downward facing dog, we shift into a plank. Drop your heels down and drop your elbow if you're dropping with me. And then reach up. We'll breathe here for 5 breaths. Try to lift your hips higher. And feel free to always drop the knee if that's something you need, that support of the knee. Last breath. And back into a downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Long exhale. And you can lower down and rest a little bit in your child's pose. Very good. Come back up, tabletop. And we will do the same on the other side. So find your downward facing dog. Long exhale. Left leg up. Left knee, left tricep, touch. Come back. 2, 1 more. Exhale. Up. And step in between the palms. Drop the knee down. Find your low lunge. A few breaths. Back to your downward facing dog. Shift forward into a plank. And again, your side plank, elbow or wrist, drop the heels and breathe. Keep lifting your hip off the floor. Last breath. Turn back into a downward facing dog. Up and back. Lower the knees down and take a couple of breaths here. Very good, come back up. Now the next one is, I'll give a few variations for everyone to decide. So we'll start with elbows on the mat. Grab your elbows and measure the distance, and you would like to keep that distance all the time. Interlace the fingers. Tuck your toes under, and we're coming into a dolphin pose. The head is down, and you can stay here if this is already a lot for you. Or you can start reaching forward like you're trying to have a sip of water from the river and then go back. So we'll do 5 of these. Every time reach or stay still, depending what you decided to do today. 2 more. Back to your dolphin pose, 1 breath. Lower the knees down. Rest in child's pose. And we'll finish it all with the plank. And again, options here, either to be in your forearm plank or to go into a high plank on the wrists. Your choice. Just 30 seconds here. Steady breath. Last 2 breaths. Lower the knees down and push back into a child's pose. Notice the changes which happen in your body. Your breath is different, it's faster and deeper. You can feel your heartbeat. The heat in the body, the temperature of the skin. Relax your fingers and feel the texture of your mat. Become aware of the sounds around you. The next inhale, we'll start slowly rise. Coming up into Vajrasana, hero's pose. Just see how you feel after this practice. Feeling more energized, ready for the day. And then gently open your eyes. Thank you very much for joining me for this short practice. And let's build the strength of the core together. And wish you a beautiful day. Thank you for the practice. Namaste.